Hello, and welcome to Cooking Through the Catalog. I'm Devera with the Gwinnett County Public Library. Every month of this series, I'll pick a category of cookbooks in the Gwinnett County Public Library catalog. We'll learn about the basics of that type of cookbook, talk about a few cookbooks in the catalog and what I found in them, and then make some of the recipes in these cookbooks. So, for the month of January, I decided to look through cookbooks that were plant based foods. Why? Mostly because in January, people tend to make New Year's resolutions or goals. A large percentage of these resolutions tend to be food or diet related. While some want to lose weight, others want to change their eating habits. Either way, almost all of us need to increase our daily intake of fruits and veggies. But it's tricky. Maybe we don't like veggies. I personally hate beets. Or we have finicky eaters in our home. Or we just don't know how to make more dishes that have no meat other than salads and mashed potatoes. So you might be wondering, what is plant-based eating? It's pretty simple. It means cutting out animal products and animal byproducts out of the food you eat. It's also considered vegetarian or vegan, depending on how strict you want to be with the ingredients. Whereas you may not be interested in becoming a vegetarian or vegan, it is easy to commit to eating a plant-based meal once a day or even one day a week, like a Meatless Monday. Basically, you're going to eat 50% of fruits and vegetables, 25% of legumes, 20% of whole grains, and 5% of nuts and seeds. So let's get into cooking through the catalog. Today, I'm making a meal with recipes from 3 separate cookbooks in the Gwinnett County Public Library catalog. I'll cook a side dish of spinach patties, an entree of Tempeh Sloppy Joes, and an avocado chocolate mousse, which is just a fancy name for chocolate pudding. All of these recipes are relatively simple and do not have many ingredients. They are all budget-friendly as well. The spinach patties require a half pound of puff pastry, 2 pounds of fresh spinach finely chopped, 1 onion grated, a half pound of crumbled feta cheese or cottage cheese, a half teaspoon of nutmeg, 2 large eggs that are beaten, and salt and pepper to taste. It's important not to use frozen spinach for this recipe, as it makes the patties too wet. To begin making the spinach patties, preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Allow your puff pastry to thaw for about 10 minutes, then roll it out to a 1/4 inch thickness and cut into circles using a cookie cutter or a saucer for larger patties. Make sure the spinach is dry. Mix it with all the other ingredients until stiff so that it has a very firm consistency. Spoon some of the mixture onto half of one of the pastry circles. Fold over the other half and press down all the edges with a fork. Make sure it is completely sealed so none of the spinach mixture leaks out during cooking. Pierce the top of the patty with a fork to allow steam to exit. Repeat these steps until all the pastry and spinach mix is used. Place the patties on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and put in the oven, cooking for about 10 to 15 minutes until golden brown. The Tempeh Sloppy Joes require 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 1 medium red onion that's been diced, 1 red bell pepper diced, or any bell pepper you like, 2 garlic cloves minced, 2 8-ounce packages of tempeh which has been crumbled, a half cup of vegetable broth or water, 1 15-ounce can of no-salt crushed tomatoes, 1 6-ounce can of no-salt tomato paste, a 1/4 cup of liquid aminos or coconut aminos, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of paprika or smoked paprika, salt and pepper to taste, 16 slider buns, and mayonnaise, regular or vegan, and avocado sliced, which is optional. While the spinach patties are cooking, you can begin making the tempeh sloppy joes. Add the olive oil into a large shallow pan on medium heat. Once the oil is warm, add the onions until slightly translucent. Add the bell pepper and garlic and cook for a couple of minutes until the garlic is fragrant. But be careful, watch that garlic. Once it starts turning brown or dark brown, it's burning and becomes bitter to taste. Add the tempeh broth or water, crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, liquid aminos, maple syrup, cumin, parsley, thyme, and paprika. Cook stirring occasionally until the tempeh is tender and the sauce is thick, about 10 to 12 minutes. Add the salt and pepper, then remove from the heat. Serve on the slider buns slathered with mayonnaise and avocado slices. The avocado chocolate mousse requires 2 small to medium avocados, a half a cup of cacao or cocoa powder, a half cup of chocolate chips, melted, a half cup of plant-based milk of your choice, a pinch of salt, mixed berries of your choice, fresh sprigs of mint for garnish if you desire. The avocado chocolate mousse should be eaten soon after it's made, so be sure to prepare it as close to the serving time as possible. Keep the mousse refrigerated until it's time to serve. Blend the cacao or cocoa powder, avocados, chocolate chips, milk, and salt in the blender until smooth. To serve, place the berries in a parfait glass or whatever kind of glass you have. Top the berries with the mousse and garnish with a sprig of mint if you desire. In looking through the Gwinnett County Public Library catalog, I found quite a large number of vegan and vegetarian cookbooks. These are some of my favorites that I found. They range from simple, quick, and easy to more advanced knowledge of cooking and specialty ingredients. Here are some of the resources for today's program. To help you find cookbooks in the catalog that are for plant-based lifestyles, there's a quick and easy link. I've also included additional links for how to start or incorporate plant-based foods in your diet.